Hello, my name is Jeremy Smith. I'm the Chief of the Daviess County Fire Department. Today we're going to take a few moments of your time and show you the daily life of a firefighter. So if you want, let's start the tour of our new station. So we've got 15 guys who work out of our airport station. This is what we call our West Station. We have one who stays back 24 hours a day with the ARF truck. And then we have 4 who respond out into the county. Our assistant chief, we have a lieutenant, an engineer, and 2 firefighters down here. One firefighter, like I say, will stay back with our ARF truck to respond out to the airfield to anything we have going on there. This is just their gear room here, some of their equipment. We have a fan put in place if they have wet gear they want to hang up. And then on the other side of the room, we have the exhaust system we can turn on, which exhausts the moisture out of here as their gear is drying. So as I was saying before, we have one firefighter who will stay back with the airfield each day while the other 4 will respond out to different county emergencies. This truck here allows one driver to deliver 3,000 gallons of water. It has 400 gallons of foam on it. It's got about 750 pounds of Purple K on it, which is used to on airplane fires. So with all of that being said, one man can deliver all that to the site of the crash. And they're able to lay down whether it be a blanket of foam. Like I say, it's got 400 gallons of foam, so they can lay down a blanket of foam for people to exit a plane if they're doing an emergency exit. They can lay down that blanket for them to get out safely. If there was a fuel spill or something like that, they can cover that and allow people a safe passageway out of the plane. So we also run water rescues as well. We worked with the FAA, and they gave us this space to store our boats because this was funded by the FAA, 90% of it. So we have 2 major rivers that run. You got the Ohio River, you got the Green River. So we cover both those bodies of water, in our area, plus the small lakes and ponds and just the flooding we have each and every year that go on in our area. So our newest one is Boat 2. This one here is able to run in 6 inches of water, so we can do backwater rescues. And we've utilized it already several times this year due to all the rainfall in our area. We have our larger river boat. If the waters get too rough, we can take this boat out as well. It's been here for as long as I've been here. Not even sure how many years that Sea Ark has been in service, but that is Fireboat 1, and that's Fireboat 2, and then we have Fireboat 3, which is stored at our East Station. So with this added this year, it enabled me to move our older boat out there for a quicker response on the east end in case of a water emergency. With us having a high-end rescue team, we built this station, worked with Assistant Chief Eric Coleman on incorporating what it would take to help train our guys here at the station, more rather than having to go off-site and train. So that's why we built this tower. It's about 36 foot tall to the top, and that allows our guys to learn different propelling methods. They run through different types of scenarios and are able to train any day of the week when they want to train on our ropes. Eric Coleman and Al Watson, Lieutenant Watson, are the 2 who lead that program and keep our guys up to date on the best training. So with us being an ALS response, advanced life support is what we offer from our stations. Our paramedics are constantly training, constantly keeping up to date with the latest technology, techniques. So they can come in here. We've got this touchscreen board, smart board, which we can go from training on the airfield to watching the most up-to-date information on medical. So this offers our guys a lot of opportunity. It's kind of like just a massive computer on wheels. They can store all kinds of information, and it'll be there from where they leave off, and when they come back the next shift or in another month, they can come in and continue on to that training. So it just affords them a lot of opportunity. So the kitchen area, this is really, it's kind of a core area to firefighters. That's why everybody wanted a bar. We've always had a bar at our old station. We got the big table, but yet at the end of the day, we meet here every morning. Those guys will transfer information, talk about calls they had the day before. We're just kind of like a family. It's what I've always said is I've never had to go to work. I got to go to work because You never know how long you'll be sitting here, because you don't know what your next response will be, whether it be some type of a vehicle accident or a fire or some medical call, or could be out on the water. You never know what the next moment holds, and it's why, to me, it's always been exciting to do the line of work I do. Nothing is the same. It doesn't become mundane or wear you down, but the kitchen area is where you will find everybody every morning. They will hang out, they'll cook breakfast every morning, and sit around. It's just kind of a place of camaraderie. And then in the evenings, it's the same way. You know, they'll meet for lunch here, they have supper here, they cook as a group, or they may order out and bring something in. But this is a place where you'll sit, you'll relax, you can be yourself. If you had a bad call, you could sit and talk it out with your fellow firefighters, you know, your brotherhood that you form. And it's kind of like a de-stressor to come into the kitchen. So to some, it's just a kitchen, but for us, it's more of a focal point of what we do each day. So anyone who has ever thought about or wanted to know what it was like to be a firefighter, you know, we have 10 volunteer stations in Daviess County. If it's something that interests you, you know, we encourage you to reach out to those volunteer stations, volunteer your time. See if it's something, it may be a career path for you, or it may just be something you want to do part-time, you know, when you can, to help out your community. It's a good way to give back, and you'll understand what it's like to be a firefighter. It may be a career changer for you. It was for me. I started out as a volunteer with the Yellington Fire Department, realized how much I loved it, and now I've been a paid firefighter for 22 years. But it all started with me just going to the station. Starting that one process led to a wonderful career that I've been able to enjoy.
Yeah, the saying is, when someone new gets hired on here, we just tell them you just won the lottery. It's the best job there is. I mean, you get to work around a bunch of guys who eventually become family to you. So it's like you sitting around the dinner table in the evenings. You talk about the shift you've had, and then you're cracking up, you're teasing each other, and then at the drop of a note, I mean, the drop of a hat, you could be out on a call doing something that's just, you know, awesome. Or, you know, there's a downside to being, you know, in the fire service, because we do provide EMS and advanced life support. So sometimes we do make unfortunate calls, but there's a lot of good calls out there that we do make. So it's the good and the bad, but nonetheless, the best job I've ever had.